Hey guys, how are you? Today's video is one of the most important topics that really needs to be addressed right now. How long does it take to call ourselves a developed nation? When I was younger, my dad used to say that we are a developing country, and I am pretty sure I will say the same to my kids. So how many generations does it take to see developed India? Our country has the vast amount of natural resources and unbelievable knowledge, but still what's lacking in our growth? Japan, a country which is nothing closer to our natural resources, has been a victim of atom bomb. World thought it would never reach the heights it has now. Survived nuclear blasts, tsunami, earthquakes. After all this, it still stands no less in technology, GDP, growth, or even in sports. Many countries which were found so late and got independence after us tops the chart in many sectors. And we are topping in crime, rape, poverty and corruption. India is a country which produced the greatest leaders, scientists, CEOs, doctors, intellectual minds and many more. But most of them migrated to other countries in the sake of growth or professional development. So why are we losing them? Our country produces the highest number of engineers, but what difference does this make? If you ask anyone for the reasons why we are a developing country, most of the answers will be corruption, government failures, system isn't right, population, politicians, etc. But if you ask me, my answers will be we the people, our thinking, our irresponsible behavior. Before raging about my views and getting offended, hear me out. This is not some kind of a motivation or inspirational speech, but this is about triggering the thought process. There are areas where we as citizens can make the difference. Even people from rural areas or people with no awareness cast their votes in elections as their responsibility to choose their government. Whereas the people who are graduates, IT professionals and others choose not to as they got no time in their schedules to do so. Some act as a critic and address there are no perfect leaders. But everyone trolls criticizes government, leaders and politicians. A person who doesn't cast their vote in elections has no right to question. Why? When you got the chance to elect a perfect leader, you screwed that one opportunity with some bloody reasons and attitude. About 60 to 70% cast their votes every elections. What's wrong with the remaining? The day that number increases, we will see the actual change. Vote is the primary responsibility of a citizen. That's where the actual change happens. By choosing not to, you are making undeserving leaders sit on that throne. And next, we are so critical. Not just critical, we act as a complete moron every single time we judge people without even knowing the complete story, which is unbelievable. And we get offended so easily without even knowing the intentions. The biggest and the most unnoticed thing that requires to be changed now is thinking. Nothing is more dangerous than the negativity we spread. Oh, is it? Our thinking is more dangerous than the corruption, you may ask. Yes, it actually is. During the election campaign, when we were bribed to vote, most of us accepted it happily and cast the vote in thinking there is nothing wrong. Unintentionally, the major scam begins here. None of us realize it, but the same leader who bribed for your vote scams about hundreds of crores. Suddenly, the responsible citizen in you wakes up and starts questioning. Bro, you chose to sell your vote. Now what's the difference? Numbers might be big, but the crime committed is same. You are corrupted and so does he. Not just there, in every step of our life, if it is about having our work done easily, we bribe without even caring. But if it is in the case of others, patriotic citizen in you starts talking. If our family got the ration and money from the government in some sort of a scheme, even though we are not poor and even though we doesn't require it, are we giving it up? We know that some families really require it and their lives depend on it. But are we voluntarily donating it? No, we don't. Government made a mistake unknowingly, but we did knowingly. Have you ever think about it? Even though we don't require it, we are going for it. In this process, we are affecting the family which requires it the most. If someone tries to do something new, we critique him. If someone shares a different opinion, we want to change them because we are always right. If your opinion is different, you judge. If you didn't understand, you judge. If you didn't like him, you judge. Why can't we just listen? Why do we need to overreact every single time? We don't fucking give a chance or listen to the complete story before coming into the conclusion. Movie-inspired attitudes, egos makes us even more inhuman than we already are. We got sudden unbearable anger because we are Kabir Singhs and Arjun Reddys all over. Youngsters today say, I am not going to be the same as my parents. I will give my kid full freedom. I don't judge them for their choices and all this crap. But we didn't even realize we are same as our parents. While they lagged in understanding their kids, we are going to lack in making them some responsible and loving humans. I heard a story of this person from Mumbai. One time when he criticized Mumbai beach by comparing it with Bali's beach, then his mom said, if you feel really bad, stop complaining, start cleaning. That guy started doing it every weekend. Now after 3 years, it turned into 30,000 volunteers cleaning activity. No one is getting paid for doing this. At first, they invested their own money from their pockets in buying masks, gloves. Now they are being backed by some organizations. He got awarded by UNICEF as well. In an interview, he said, "I am not doing it for anybody, but for myself, to have a clean beach at my site." We spit, piss and dump the waste everywhere, but we are so angry that municipality doesn't sanitize it. If you have problem with something, don't wait for someone to act. Start fixing it yourselves. Some might criticize it, some might laugh at you, some might judge you. But when they see the actual difference you are making, they will align with you and they will follow you. After all these, just think. What happens if an entire society or town decides not to take bribe while looting? What would happen if you are open to the other's opinion? What happens if you act maturely and think instead of being a mad dog following your favorite celebrities' words and acts? What happens when we stop complaining and start acting ourselves with the things where we got problems? But I'm pretty sure that inspiration is not the thing we are missing. Because if that's the case, we got thousands of examples from the richest to the poor whose lives are so inspiring, but the problem is with the thinking. That's where the real change needs to happen. Unless you are doing your part in every possible way for the greater good of this country, stop complaining. If the change started by you from now, followed by many and inspiration to others, do you really think this can change the status of our country? I always believed in the theory of social responsibility. If you really act with the moral values and a mature mind, there is no stopping in facing that issue. In the end, all I wanted to say is, if you act responsible and start doing things which you want to change, you will be that person who started something good all alone, who is followed by thousands and inspiration to millions. But most importantly, you will see the actual change in our country. Be that one and change the system. If you like this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. You can follow me now on Instagram with the username BrodaSpeaks. Please don't forget to share and subscribe. And always remember, you're awesome.